You don't need a workshop full of fancy tools or years of woodworking experience to build a coffee table that looks like it cost $500 from a furniture store. In fact, I built mine for under $60, and I had zero woodworking skills when I started. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, step by step, and by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to build your own this weekend. Stick around till the end because I'm sharing the one beginner mistake that almost ruined my entire project and how to avoid it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we drop hands-on DIY content every week. Drop a comment below and tell me what wood finish you're thinking about for your table. I love seeing what you guys are planning. Let's talk about what you actually need before we touch a single piece of wood. For materials, grab two 2x10x8 boards for the tabletop, two 4x4 x 28-inch posts for the legs, one 1x4x8 board for the shelf support, wood screws in 2.5-inch and 1.5-inch sizes, wood glue, sandpaper in 80, 120, and 220 grit, and your finish of choice, whether that's stain, paint, or a clear coat. For tools, you need a circular saw or a miter saw, a drill, a measuring tape, a square, clamps, and a sander or sanding block. That's it. No fancy joinery tools, no router, no table saw needed. Now we're getting into the fun part. Start by measuring and marking all your cuts before you make a single one. For the tabletop, you want two boards cut to 48 inches each. Your legs should each be cut to 18 inches tall, giving you a standard coffee table height when combined with the tabletop thickness. Your shelf support boards should be cut to about 20 inches. Always measure twice and cut once. That saying is a cliché because it is 100% true. A bad cut wastes wood and wastes money. Use a square to make sure your lines are straight before cutting, and let your saw do the work. Don't force it. Take your two 2x10 boards and lay them flat side by side. Apply a generous line of wood glue along the joining edge of each board, press them together firmly, and clamp them down. Let this sit for at least 45 minutes, but overnight is better if you can wait. Once dry, use your sander to smooth out any height difference between the two boards. Start with 80 grit to level things out, then move to 120 to clean it up. This glue joint is what makes your top feel like one solid slab rather than two boards stuck together, so don't skip the clamps. While your top dries, build the base. Take your 4x4 leg posts and position them so they sit about 3 inches in from each corner of your tabletop. Pre-drill your holes before driving in screws. Skipping this step is one of the biggest beginner mistakes, and here's the one I mentioned in the hook. If you drive screws into 4x4 posts without pre-drilling, the wood will split and you'll be back at the hardware store. Use 2.5-inch screws and attach the legs from underneath the tabletop once it's fully cured. Add your shelf support boards between the legs at about 4 inches from the ground by drilling and gluing them in place. This shelf adds stability and gives you storage space, which is a bonus. Now sand the entire piece. Start with 120 grit to remove any rough spots and mill marks, then finish with 220 grit for a silky smooth surface. Wipe everything down with a tack cloth or slightly damp rag to remove all dust before applying your finish. For a modern look, go with a dark walnut stain. For something rustic, try a grey wash. For a clean minimalist look, a clear matte polyurethane is hard to beat. Apply your finish in thin even coats, letting each coat dry fully before the next. 2 to 3 coats will give you a durable surface that holds up to daily use. Flip your table over and give every joint a good wiggle test. If anything feels loose, add another screw or a dab of glue and clamp it overnight. Check that all 4 legs sit flat on the ground. If one leg is slightly off, a quick pass with sandpaper on the bottom of that leg will level it out. Once everything checks out, you've got a handmade coffee table that is genuinely sturdy, genuinely beautiful, and genuinely yours. Building this table taught me that woodworking isn't about being perfect. It's about learning as you go and ending up with something real and useful. If you built this or you're planning to, drop a photo in the comments. I want to see it. If this video helped you, give it a like because it genuinely helps this channel grow. Check out the next video on building a matching TV stand because these two pieces together look incredible as a set. I'll see you in the next one.